Cordless power tools have become an absolute necessity for my detailing business, so today I want to go over my absolute favorite cordless power tools for detailing, show you guys which ones I use, and show you guys a couple of the ones that you guys may want to avoid. So let's not waste any time, let's jump straight into it. Now, over the past couple of years that I've been detailing on a professional level, using power tools and cordless power tools for detailing has drastically made me a more efficient detailer, and they also just give me better results because I'm not doing everything by hand, and not doing everything by hand means that I'm working a little less hard, and it typically takes me a lot less time in order to finish these vehicles. So starting off with tool number one that I would suggest for you guys, and that is the Milwaukee M12 right angle drill. Now, I'm starting off with this one because this is my absolute favorite 12-volt cordless power tool for detailing, and the biggest reason is because of the size. Now, the size of this thing is perfect for detailing, and being that it's a right angle drill versus your regular style drill, this thing is just a whole lot more ergonomic for detailing. This allows you to actually get underneath seats and stuff like that. You can use it kind of like a polisher, so you can have two hands on it and really, get into some carpeting if you guys are getting stains out and stuff like that. But having a right angle drill has been a game changer for me when it comes to detailing, just because it's so much more ergonomic and versatile for detailing. And yeah, all your detailing attachments are going to work way better on a right angle drill. Everything just works better on a right angle drill. Just for instance, guys, the right angle drill is a lot shorter, meaning you're not working so hard to get this brush to stay where you want it. With a regular drill, I tend to find that my drill is going all around like that. Not that dramatic, but you guys get what I mean. When I'm holding my drill, sometimes it wants to fight me because there's a lot more leverage, being that this is on a longer shaft, if you will. But basically, that difference right there, guys, is huge for mobile detailing or just detailing in general. Being able to reach under the seats and actually, get the carpeting under the seats with your drill brush is a huge advantage to using a right angle drill. And if you put an extension or something like that on here, guys, you can get in even crazier spots that you really cannot get into with your standard drill. Now, real quick, guys, a note on the batteries for these M12 Milwaukee cordless tools, which I am a huge Milwaukee fanboy, admittedly. I love Milwaukee. I've been using them since, I was, 17. So, since around 2007, I've been using Milwaukee tools, so I've just been able to collect a bunch of these over the years and really like the overall system. They have tons of different size batteries. Over here is one of the smaller size batteries. This is great for the right angle drill. It keeps it real nice and low profile. But if you guys want more battery life or a little bit more power, you guys can bump up to something like the XC4 or the XC 6.0. So there's a ton of different battery options. They all work really good, but they come in different sizes so that it just makes the tools a little bit more versatile. And I like these big ones because you can stand the tools up, but the smaller ones, obviously, get in your way a little less. So I love that they have different battery sizes for the drills. Now, back to this style drill, guys. Another reason that I don't use this style drill is because a lot of these drills, like this one in particular, this is a hammer drill. So since this thing is a hammer drill, it has that hammer function. So when I'm actually using it, let me see if I can demonstrate this real quick. On my right angle drill, I actually have this in drill mode only. I don't flip it over to the hammer drill mode. I keep it, this isn't a hammer drill or anything like that. I just keep it in regular drill mode. Now, since this thing is in regular drill mode, it's going to want to drill no matter what. So it's going to keep drilling when I get in there. Now, my hammer drill... Now, a hammer drill, or a drill with a hammer function, this thing is going to want to fight you as soon as it thinks that as soon as this is getting caught up in your fabric or caught up in your upholstery or whatever from the friction from when you're actually pushing on it, you're going to constantly get that effect. So do not get a hammer drill. You want a regular standard drill. You can use a hammer drill with a standard drill function, but like you guys can see, this particular drill from Milwaukee only really is a hammer drill. It doesn't have like a chuck, I believe is what it's called, but it doesn't have any ability to change the power output settings. It doesn't, you can't use the clutch on here or anything like that. So this drill I would not recommend. I would highly recommend something more like this. So yeah, just your standard drill, whether it's a standard drill or a right angle drill, a regular drill is going to do way better than something with the hammer function. Now, if you guys do want the hammer function, Milwaukee does sell drills that have the hammer function, and they have just the regular drill function, like this drill right here. So you can obviously change, change this chuck to whatever you, or change the clutch to whatever you guys need it to be. So I usually just keep mine on drill mode right here. If I put it in hammer mode, then we're constantly going to be fighting with that hammer function. So anyways, guys, this is also a great option, but like I said, I like the right angle drills much, much better. And you definitely want to avoid stuff with the hammer function, or if you are using a drill with a hammer function, don't use the hammer function, just use the regular old standard drill function. Moving on to my next favorite M12 cordless tool from Milwaukee is my M12 cordless polisher. Now this thing has been an absolute game changer for me, guys. Having a tiny little 3-inch polisher for doing headlights, scratch removals, all the little touch-up stuff that you guys don't want to bust out a full 6-inch, 5-inch polisher for. This thing is absolutely amazing. And the biggest thing that I use this for, guys, is headlights and the scratch removals. But having this little 3-inch backing plate on here makes this thing super versatile. I can get into all the little tight spots. And even when I'm doing a full paint correction, a lot of times I will bust this guy out just to do some tighter areas, especially like on the front bumper, or, just anywhere that there is a tight spot on the vehicle that I can't really get in there with my 6-inch pads. I really don't use 5-inch pads because it just takes longer to do a paint correction on a car. So when I do need to get into those tight areas, I just bust this guy out, get into those tight areas for the full paint corrections. But again, guys, this thing is my absolute favorite tool when it comes to headlights and scratch removals and all that kind of stuff. And those are two services that are pretty high dollar, at least for my business. So, yeah, having some quick and easy tools that allow me to get in, do my job, and, be done with the service really, really helps out. And this tool right here has been a game changer. Not only can you use it for polishing and all that kind of stuff, guys, but you can also use this for some light sanding. Depending on your skill level, you may not want to use like a machine to do your wet sanding, but I use this guy for wet sanding all the time, and I also use it for just headlight restorations, all that kind of stuff. So this has been an amazing tool. I do use it with the XC 6.0 batteries. These are the little bit bigger batteries. They have more capacity, and they actually allow this thing to spin a little bit stronger, if you will. I believe that these have a slightly higher output on the amp wise as well. But either way, guys, these things, these batteries, the XC 6.0s, these are the ones to get for the polisher. The polisher does eat up battery quick, so yeah, that's why I use the bigger size batteries on here. If you guys are curious, I do use the Rupes little 3-inch DA pads. This one right here is just a little microfiber one, but my primary favorite Rupes pad is their yellow pad. That's the one that I typically use for a lot of like just quick scratch removal removals, all that kind of stuff. So, and I think it's one of their most versatile pads when it comes to whether you want to do a correction, or you guys want to just even finish something out with the yellow pad. You can do a lot with that yellow pad. So the yellow pad is my favorite, but just for an example, this is their little 3-inch blue heavier duty pad. But anyways, guys, this is a game changer. If you guys have not gotten some type of little 12-volt polisher or some kind of little polisher for doing all the intricate work and just something that's easy to bust out, I can highly recommend this one. Now, going along with our polisher, this is the last M12 tool that I want to show you guys, and that is Milwaukee's actual paint correction light. Now, this light was a game changer for me, guys, because honestly, before I started professional detailing, I never used a light for paint corrections. I always just took the car out in the sun, did my paint correction or whatever. But since I got a light, guys, I've been getting much better results, and yeah, I take it a little bit more seriously. I can see what I'm doing a little bit better, and if I'm working here in the home garage and I don't have the sun to kind of help guide me through the process, this thing is awesome, having that nice single point light source. And it has like multiple modes and all that kind of stuff. Let me see. It has multiple brightnesses. You can even change the color temperature of this thing. So this is a super nice light. I think I got it for just around $100, but this was a really good deal for a professional grade paint correction light. So if you guys haven't gotten any type of paint correction light, this is one to check out for sure, especially if you're comparing them to a lot of the other brands that you got to buy special batteries for or a special stand for or whatever. This thing, you can literally just magnet it to whatever you want. If you're using one of the bigger batteries with the flat base, you guys can, you know, put it on the ground, put it on a shelf, whatever you guys need to do with it. But this is a super versatile light, and I even use it for like when I'm doing interior details and just want to see under the seats or whatever. So this is a super nice light. I use it all the time, and yeah, for paint corrections, this is gonna get you much better results when you guys start using a light versus, you know, having to pull it out in the sun to check your work or whatever. So this was a game changer for me, and I'm really glad that I found it. This came out quite a while ago, and just completely went over my... I did not see the release of this thing, let's put it that way. So I was using just regular lighting before this for my paint corrections. But yeah, like I said, guys, this is a game changer when it comes to paint corrections, scratch removals, all the stuff that you really need an inspection light for. So those are the 3 tools that I'm primarily using when it comes to cordless power tools for detailing. These have definitely changed the way that I work when it comes to detailing. They get me much better results than doing everything by hand, and they speed up the job, which for me is the most important. So anyways, I'm wondering, what kind of tools are you guys using, or what kind of power tools are you guys using for your detailing business? What is your favorite brand of power tools? Do you guys like mixing and matching, or do you guys like to stay within a single system? For me, that's Milwaukee. For you guys, that might be Makita or DeWalt, or maybe you guys are even using Rupes stuff and kind of mix and matching brands, and you like this polisher, but you like this drill from this company. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are using. I'm always curious to know. And that is pretty much all that I had for today's video. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.